All right, guys, welcome back to another video, A Million Trades. In this video, I'll be breaking down to you guys how I pass Apex and Lucid in 1 week. First things first, it's not about the duration, it's about the consistency and patience. In this video, we'll be breaking down my risk model so you understand how much to risk per trade, breaking down my psyche so you understand how we're going about it, how we're thinking about it. And third, I'll be showing you guys an example of a trade I took on the account to pass it so I can wrap it all up and put it together for you guys with the risk model, psyche, and the trades slash setup that we'll be looking to take every day. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So when it comes to breaking down the risk model, we have to ask ourselves, what are we willing to risk? When it comes for me personally, I want to go aggressive, but I'm using my conservative setups, A plus setups. So we have to adapt to the market changes. As in now, when we're going through war, I'm trading a more range-based system. So with this range-based system, I know price is going to hit the highs and lows. So for me, I'm going for 1-to-1s, 3-to-1s, but I know that I'm risking 50% of the account. I'm not risking the profit target, I'm risking the drawdown. In my experience, coming from Forex, I like the end of day trailing drawdown. Apex and Lucid work perfectly for that. In this case, since I got one 50K account, which each individual firm, I have a trailing drawdown of $2,000. So why would I be risking that $1,000? And why not full port the account? I'm not full porting the account because first, I'm not a gambler, and that's not coming at anybody who does full port the account. It's more so it helps me trading wise and psychologically to be able to know I'm passing the accounts, I'm staying consistent, and I'm trading my setup. So I'm not coming in the or getting funded with setups that aren't part of my playbook. So then when I'm coming on the funded, I have extra nerves or whatever, some feelings that I might not be as sure of myself. Now, maybe later down the road, I will execute that strategy. But for right now, I'm just going to keep trading my system. The fact that I could pass in 1 week is good enough for me to know that, okay, I don't really got to do much. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just trade my system than try to like pass in 1 day or something. So it doesn't hurt me. So I'm risking 50%. Why? Because there's a daily loss guard. So it also goes along with the firm rules. The win rate that my strategy comes with is a 70%, high 70%. I have a risk management strategy. So when I do exit, I can exit and lose at least 60 to 70% of my initial 100% investment, where it doesn't hurt me as much because two losses can only equal up to be, let's say 50% each. So it equals up to be 1%, one whole percentage in two losses. So the one win starts to become a 2-to-1. So my 1-to-1s become a 2-to-1, not from increasing the reward, but from trailing my stop loss and being able to take out early. Because for every 1,000 I make and every 1,000 I risk, I'm only losing 500. So number two, when it comes down to my psyche, it's really just understanding kind of some of the points I made before about the win rate. That's also to keep you in a good mind state of knowing, okay, I have a high percentage win rate. If I'm not winning, and if you're dropping down in those 40% ranges, and I'll be showing you guys the next point my strategy so you guys understand. If you're falling in the 40% ranges, that means you're doing something incorrect, and it's time to backtest and figure out where your entries are not lining up with where you should be entering at or exiting at. So there's different factors, but when you follow the system to the T, you should have a 70% win rate at least. So that should give you the comfort in the mind frame of knowing, okay, I have a high win rate strategy. So we have a risk management strategy put in place. And we also know that these accounts are $30. And when it comes to just the high risk in general factor, what I'll say to that is I'm gonna risk aggressively because I just want to get funded. Anytime we are going aggressive, we're always gonna be aggressive. We're always gonna take risks. We're gonna keep it simple. Keeping it simple is waiting for those pullbacks, waiting for that extra confirmation, taking that entry as soon as it gives us the opportunity. So just a quick recap for our psyche going into this. We want to know, what's the win rate? Do we have a risk management strategy? And how many counts on average does it take for us to pass and get a payout? That alone gives us a whole blueprint of basically our system. We basically are just taking the data and inputting the system in our head. So we're understanding how to move about this correctly and cognitively, not letting our emotions get in play, even when we are going to feel it during certain times of trading in drawdown, whatever. We understand this is the system. That's it. This is the system. So for point number three, I'll just be showing you guys a live trade. Plus, I'll be breaking down the same trade, and I'll be showing you guys a strategy, how to use it, apply it, and stay consistent with it over a long-term period. I still currently am funded with my Uncle Funded account with 8 months. Probably going to lose it in like a couple of weeks because they just sent me a notice about the 5-day or the 30-day like no trade rule. So this is a verified system. It works over time. It's still working for me now, even in war. So let's get into it. So first things first, we're looking for 2 a.m. to 8 o'clock. We're looking for London pre-session levels. We trade New York session open, 9:30. You guys can see 9:30 open right here. Where's the highest point at 2 o'clock? Highest point at 2 o'clock is right here. And where's our lowest point at? We're looking at the lows here. So what are we seeing? I immediately see that price comes down 9:30 o'clock. It gives us a bearish, big bearish candle. When this bearish candle comes in, it comes in, closes at this level. We already have a tap right here. This is one tap. We have a tap right here. This is two taps. We have a tap right here. Now this is three taps. If you were to play it aggressively, you can get in immediately off this level tap. You guys can see right here. Price comes. You can get in off this bullish candle that you can see price never close below this low. And why would you want to get in here? Because this is the range level. This is the pre-session range level. So we know that price, if we're going to take a trade, we want to take a trade right in between these levels because this is the outside of the range. If price wants to break this range, which is probably uncommon in this current condition state, obviously if the conditions change, we have to adapt. But in this current condition state, price is bouncing. As we can see, price bounced 2 times on this level. So with price bouncing 2 times on this level, we're looking to take it to the highs of the same range, and that's it. You guys can get in your trade, take it to the highs of this pullback. You guys see price get this pullback. You could take it up here, or you could hold it for a 2-to-1, or you could hold it to the, once again, to that pullback high. So this is two exit ways. Hold it to the pullback high, or you can hold it for the 2-to-1. And this is the aggressive way to play it. How I'm playing it, I'm waiting for the conservative way now. If you're going to play the aggressive setup, I would advise that you divide by 2 what your current risk is, because since we're risking aggressively, you don't want to match that with trading aggressively. We want to be trading our conservative setups so we can create a balance. So in this case, if we're risking 50% of the trailing drawdown, you should be risking 25% if you're going to go on for these trades, especially playing the aggressive setups. So because you can get 1-to-2s, 1-to-3s out of these setups because you're getting in at the lowest of the point. So how I'm getting in with the conservative, we're going to go right here. We're going to look for a supply and demand zone. We see the high of this candle, bearish candle. Price can't close below this candle. You guys can see price comes down right here. This is a bearish candle. Price couldn't go down. We know that price is building up. Orders are building, and price probably wants to give us a reversal. So price comes to a supply and demand zone. We take a nice little setup, take it to the highs, money in the bag, 1.5-hour trade. If you guys enjoyed this video, join the Discord. I'm not live trading, but I am showing my weekly trade breakdowns every day, post session, our daily plan. I'm giving you guys the market context. I'm showing you guys the execution that we do daily on a daily basis. Other than that, stay tuned. I'll be showing you guys, hopefully I get a payout with one of these accounts. Keep it simple, take risk.